Do you like the watercolour look but lack the confidence to try it? Today I have two fun ways to get the watercolour look without any watercolouring. Welcome back. It's time for another take two with Therese at Altenew, and I'm going to be doing some watercolouring today. I've got two ways to create two very similar cards, and what I've done here is I've grabbed a stamp set, which is a layering stamp set, and it's called Watercolour Wonders. And I want to make a card and then recreate almost the same card, or try to, using the Watercolour Garden Layering die set. So let's get started. Now I have a piece of Nina cardstock. This is the 80 because I'm going to be doing a one layer card, but I don't like to work directly on the front of my card, so this is a way around that. And I'm using my Misty tool because this is a large solid stamp and I can restamp if I need to. But what I'm doing is conditioning the stamp with the new conditioning tool from Altenew, and I've been using this for a little while now and I really am liking it. I always used an eraser, so this basically does the same thing. If you have brand new stamps, and especially if they're a solid stamp like this one, it's a great idea to condition your stamps so that they take the ink a little bit better and you get a better impression. But if your stamps are well loved, you'll probably find that you won't need to do this step. Okay, so I've grabbed one of the large flowers, and this set actually has each of the flowers outlined on the packaging, but you can also refer to the insert from the packaging, which will give you the exact layers. And also at the Altenew website, you can find the links for all the layering guides, and often there's a video attached. So if you're not sure how to stamp out a particular flower or images, check the Altenew website and you'll find lots of information there. Okay, I have used a nice bright pink, and then I thought, might add a red. and my final colour today, I went for something a little bit different. It's bright orange, I know, right? What a combination. And I thought this would be really fun, bright, happy combination to use on these flowers. And I just love that watercolour look for flowers where there are those multiple colours. And I thought I wanted to try and recreate that here. I will list all of the colours that I've used today and the products in the description below, but also at the blog. I want to create a bouquet now, and to work out which flowers to use next, I'm just referring to the packaging. I also use the actual packet from the stamps and lay that over the actual card to try and work out what I want and where I want it. And then it's a matter of choosing the colours. And one of the great things about the Misty is that if you're going to all the effort of lining everything up and stamping something out, you might as well make a few versions at one time, and that way you can actually have a play up with the colours and just try all different colours. So I could have done lots of different combinations with these actual colours that I've used here. I could have also come in with totally different combination of colours. So really fun idea. I am doing 3 different images because odd numbers are more pleasing to the eye. And then I've just come in with the leaves and used some of the, it's the Greenfields set of colours. So I've just used those to sort of spread those out around the side. You don't have to be too particular with these stamps. They're very forgiving because it is meant to be a little bit offset. It is that watercolour look. And the Misty makes it so easy. The sentiment today's got a really pretty font, and it's from the Fancy Greeting set, and I'm just using some obsidian black ink and stamping it directly over top of the flowers. I know this freaks some people out, but you can make 2 different cards, one with it stamped over the top and one with it stamped somewhere else. But I thought this sentiment looked really beautiful just straight over top. This is, like I said, basically a 1 layer card, except I added my layer, because I like to do that. Okay, next what I'm going to do is recreate this same card, and I'm going to be using dies this time. So I want to do pretty much the same layout, and I'm looking at this particular die set. It is massive, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 flowers plus leaves in it. And it's quite unique in the fact that when you die cut one of these blocks of dies, they actually cut in the color combination that works with the layering guide. So the dark colors all cut at once, the light colors all cut at once, and the leaves all cut at once. It's a real great time saver and a really fun way, an easy way to make some quick die cut flowers. So I chose very similar colors to what I used on my stamped version and played around with it for a while. Did have to come back, die cut a couple of extra colors because I wasn't liking the way I did it backwards. I did the red on the pink instead of the pink on the red, you know, that sort of thing. And I just played with it. I've got spares there. I can make up some flowers and get a second card out of all those extra die cuts that I've created today. Now these are all Altenew cardstocks. I really like the cardstocks. They're beautiful, bright colours. They're in the same colours that their inks are in. They don't have every colour, but they have their little gradient cardstock packs, and they have lots of variations as well. So I popped up the flowers. I added some of the leaves from the same die cut set, and I did use some glue tape to join all these together. You could use a liquid glue if you prefer that. I just like the convenience of the glue tape, and I don't have to wait for it to dry. And I like the dimension of the flowers. The flowers themselves I adhered with glue tape, but I did pop them up off the card front. So it does give a different look, although it's very similar to the stamped version. I'm white heat embossing a sentiment from the Tranquility Rose stamp set on some black cardstock because I just didn't know where I was going with the sentiment on this card, so I kept it really simple and went back to the gold standard. And I die cut it with one of the featured sentiments dies and popped that up on the front of the card. So I hope you've enjoyed these two cards today and got some inspiration for getting a watercolour look without using any watercolours, using some beautiful Altenew products, which will all be listed below. Thanks so much for joining me here today. I'll see you again real soon. Bye.